As it relates to stocks, this may be our last chance to get rich from the recession that's going on right now, okay? That's what we're getting into today. Stick around to the end of the video to hear my strategies and exactly what I'm doing to ensure that I prosper from this recession. If you're new here, I'm Austin. I'm a co-owner of cloudnewssuite.com, and I'm a stock market investor, okay? On this channel, we talk all things money and personal development. If that sounds up your alley, go ahead and subscribe. As a thank you for subscribing, I'm gonna show you a beautiful picture of my kitty cat. I said kitty cat really weird right there. Of my kitty cat, okay? So hope you enjoyed that picture, but let's get into the meat of this. So right now we're in a recession. A recession just means that we have 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. So these are numbers that the government puts out, right? So we have had 2 negative quarters of GDP growth successively. We might have 3. So some people are saying we're not in a recession right now. We definitely are, by the definition, okay? So what I want to talk about in this video is that in the stock market, we have a short period of time, a lot shorter than people think, in order to buy stocks at these basement bottom discounted prices, okay? So all the indexes are down more than 20%, and some are edging on 30% down year to date, which is ridiculously horrible, okay? So just a quick few statistics. We go down 10%, all the indexes, the stock market as a whole goes down 10% every 2 years. We go down 20% about every 7 years, and we go down 30% about every 12 years or so. It depends on what index you're looking at, but that would be for the S&P 500 right there. So we're in a once in a 12-year time frame about. This is that once in a 12-year time frame where it's so important that we buy stocks. And if you just do a little bit of math real quick, around 2008, 2009, 2010, that was 12 years ago, right? Not saying it's always going to be exactly once every 12 years, but it's just interesting to think about. So we had the COVID crash, of course, in March of 2020, where we dropped some ridiculous amount in some very short amount of trading days. I don't know the exact numbers. It was hard to pick up shares then because everything bounced back so fast. But right now we've had stocks like big dogs like Facebook, which is now Meta, Amazon, Microsoft and Apple haven't fallen that much, but some of these big dogs, Nvidia, have fallen so much. Some of these stocks are down 50, 60% year to date. Doesn't mean necessarily they're a good buy, but there are a ton of stocks out there that are amazing buys right now for the long term. So if you have a long-term outlook, let's say at least 3 years, if not, way longer than that. So let's say 3+ years. If that's your time horizon, I think it's irresponsible not to be buying stocks right now. At the bare minimum, if you're not a stock picker, you gotta be out there buying the indexes right now, or the indices right now. Got to. Here's why. Because we get the move up in the stock market well before we get a move up in the general economy. Because what's the stock market doing? The stock market is looking about 6 to 12 months in advance. So it's trying, the stock market's trying its best to predict 6 to 12 months in advance. It's a forward-looking market, okay? It's not a backwards-looking market. It's not stressed about what just happened. It would be stressed about what's going to happen, and it would be excited about what's going to happen. So what's to come is potentially a few more months of recession. Maybe 1 more quarter, maybe 2 more quarters. So 6 months, and it could be way longer than that. But what happens is the market starts to move up well before that. So people think, I'll just wait until we've seen the worst of it, and then I'll start to buy in. So they're waiting for the bottom, and then we get a little bit of move up. They're like, okay, we'll go back down, but we don't go back down. We keep going up. And now they missed the low prices that everyone else was getting who was buying at the bottom, which I'll be honest, there's not that many people out there buying right now because the stock market is rigged in 2 ways. Always remember this. It's rigged, number 1, to go up over time, and it's rigged, number 2, to get you to panic and sell when we're on the downtrend, okay? Super unfortunate. When is everyone out there buying stocks? When everything's going to the moon. It's ridiculous. It just breaks my brain. Everyone's excited to buy stocks and get invested in the stock market when it's going up, right? No one wants any piece of stocks when they're going down, all right? If I wanted a stock for $100 and nothing changed about the fundamentals of the company, and now it's $70, why would I not buy more shares than I was going to at $100 a share? It just doesn't compute in my brain, okay? If it was a good deal at 100, it's a really good deal at 70. And that's what we're seeing right now. The whole market is down about 30%. That's crazy. So even if you don't buy individual stocks, go buy the index. Buy today, buy tomorrow, buy next week, buy next month. Are you gonna perfectly time the bottom? No, probably not. Are you gonna get some shares really close to the bottom? Yes. Are you gonna get some shares a little bit above the bottom? Yes. Are you gonna get some shares so you can ride on the way down? If we keep going down, just keep buying, just keep buying, just keep buying. And on the way up, keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. By the time we get out of this recession, and the stock market once again is forward looking, so by the time we're out of recession, stock market's gonna be looking great. And it will probably have looked great for 3 to 6 months prior to us being out of recession, because it's a forward looking market. So don't think you can wait and time and wait to get in and hold cash on the sideline. Just buy now. Buy now and prosper later, okay? This seems like one of those rare, I have this written in my notebook. This is one of those rare 6 to 18 month times, I wrote this a few months back, where we must put every possible dollar into the market. This is like once in a decade type stuff, where there are certain stocks out there that I believe bare minimum over the next few years, like 2 to 3, we're getting a double up easy. And then over the next 5 years, I see some stocks that my brain would explode if we didn't have a 3 to 5x in certain stocks over the next 5 years. Okay, so if you're out there buying stocks, keep on going. If you're not buying stocks right now, start doing it. Bare minimum, buy the index, buy the S&P 500, buy the NASDAQ, buy the Russell. You're not gonna regret it. Keep going. Don't listen to the financial news nonsense, the craziness out there. Everyone's panicking. They're always trying to get you to sell. Stay to your core principles. Keep buying no matter what. You don't care if inflation's 12%. You don't care if inflation's 0%. You don't care if we hit deflation. You don't care what the unemployment numbers are. You're a buyer. One thing's for sure, you're a buyer, okay? Just tell yourself that. You got it. When the market goes down, those are opportunities for you. When the market goes up, you can be happy. Buy light in an uptrending market, buy heavy in a downtrending market. So don't miss this last opportunity to become rich from this recession, okay? Hope this was a valuable video for you today. Thank you for tuning in, and go ahead and subscribe if you like this. Have an amazing rest of your day, and good night.